Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for being with us at PAC today. It's been a wonderful experience. So I would like to have a small chat with you. So my first question to you is, I was reading on the net that you took early retirement. Can you tell us what was it, if you can, what was it that made you think perhaps you had a lot of other fantastic ideas which you're already doing?
But the very outset, let me thank you for this opportunity to interact with you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon to you and to the PAC. One question that you asked me was about my premature retirement.
Yes, sir.
I think it was a difficult decision to take. I have worked for 34 years in the police. I had seen most facets of policing, and I had reached a stage where I decided that I must begin to reinvent myself. Continuing in government does not give you the independence to think independently. So I thought that was the time, but of course it was not too premature. It was just 6 months left for my retirement when I had to retire. So I just 6 months earlier I took premature retirement. Basically with the idea that for the next 10 years of my life, from 60 to 70, I must begin to play a role which was different from my government job. Because I'd be exposing myself to the civil society, the excitement working with civil society without any powers was one thing that excited me the most. So, taking premature retirement was an option exercised with due caution. That's how it was.
Thank you, sir. So that leads me to my next question. The human side of you. How do you think you, as a CEO of the Chennai Mission Hospital, can work together with organizations like the Public Affairs Center to make life better for human beings, especially in the social development sector? You know, because you've got a fantastic reason that you left to see the other side. So how do you think we can work together, or we should work together?
Yeah, the post-retirement, of course, I was also a corporate affairs advisor to a huge company and also running multiple organizations, being the president of the Karnataka Swimming Association, running a couple of NGOs for mentally retarded orphan children in Bangalore city, being connected with the prison inmates through a theatre called Sankalpa that would seamlessly make the prisoners once released from the prison to merge with the society and do well in life. So basically it was a social commitment that I thought I should focus on. Chinmay Mission Hospital offer to head it came out of the blue. The Chinmay Mission Hospital is a mission hospital run by the Chinmaya Seva Trust, a 300-bed hospital in the heart of Bangalore city. And this hospital was also going through certain crises, and then they wanted some strong hand man with some firm views to come and take it over. I was totally new to the healthcare industry. Probably I had just visited hospitals as a patient or taken some patient to the hospital. Beyond that, it was totally Greek and Latin. But once I went there, I said I must commit myself to this institution and to help it grow better. So for the last 3 years, I have been working with the Chinmay Mission Hospital, and the COVID times were the most challenging when our resources began to dry up, our commitments continued. So it was a huge challenge, and fortunately, the COVID wave has come down, and the hospital is on the way to recover. Having said that, I think institutions like the Public Affairs Sector, Chinmay Mission, who are into giving better quality of life to the citizens through their own initiatives, can collaborate with one another. And since the Public Affairs Center, which has been in existence for the last 27, 28 years, if I am right,
Yes.
has done human service in the field of good governance. It has come up with huge number of studies. It has handheld governments, corporations to perform better. In the same way, I thought, and also that Public Affairs Center now has an experience with having worked with the healthcare department,
Yes.
institutions, Chinmay Mission being one of them, the Chinmay Mission Hospital being one of them. We can have a good, strong collaboration, which I am looking for to improve the functioning of the Chinmay Mission Hospital.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure we both won't regret working together. I can't let you go without asking this question. Your quote unquote Veerappan experience, what is it that made you and how was it? I mean, I'm really curious to know. And I'm sure many of the people will watch this.
This is going to be a bit lengthy, but I'll try to cut it short as much as is possible.
Sure, sir.
I had joined the military school as a student. My parents put me into a service school with an aim that I should join the defense services and become an officer in the defense services. Unfortunately, I could not, and I had to come out and come back to the civilian life. Way back in 1977, I applied for the Public Service Commission's examination and got selected as the Deputy Superintendent of Police. Somehow it has always been my, the way in which I was trained in the school is to take up challenges, and more so challenges in the field. So, 7-8 years into my service, somewhere in the year 1990, the menace of Veerappan was haunting the three South Indian states, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, and any amount of effort made to contain it was not successful. So I was posted in Belgaum in intelligence, and then I decided that if this is going to be a very big challenge, why not I volunteer for it? So in the year 1990, I volunteered for it. I went and worked in the anti-Veerappan task activity for some time, and after 2-3 months I came back. But when the problem started getting totally out of control, the governments of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu set up a joint task force, and they were looking out for officers to head the joint task force. So I was called upon to join the STF as its deputy, head, the second in command of that, and I joined. And then, unfortunate incident happened on 24th May 1993, while my convoy was moving in the forests of Malay Madheshwara Hills. I was ambushed, and 6 people who were traveling in a jeep in front of me died on the spot. My jeep received 27 bullets on it. One of the bullets hit my neck and pierced my trachea and esophagus and got lodged in the lungs. My driver was injured. A jeep behind me, people were injured. So I had to be shifted to hospital, 6 months of hospitalization, trachea, esophagus reconstruction, and every day was a battle between life and death for almost 6 months. 60 inches of my body was stitched. 6 major surgeries. Name the surgery, I went through it. Tracheostomy, duodenostomy, thoracotomy, plastic surgery, all the surgeries. But I was lucky enough that I survived. So this has been one of very, very defining moments in my life, that I have survived. I must do something more.
Thank you, sir. I mean, that's really, I should say, inspiring, and it's so lovely to hear it from you, sir. Thank you so much for the interview, and we hope to meet more often, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.